Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're with us on this Friday morning, wrapping up a great week. We've had really some interesting guests and some good shows. I enjoyed them myself. Let's take a look at our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard, and the hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. High today is going to be 94. The low is going to be down all the way down to 78. That's a pretty good spread compared to what we've had last week and a half. Water temperature dropped a couple of degrees. It's down to 87. So that's interesting to see that. And also the wind direction, came out of northwest yesterday. It's going to be coming out of northwest some this morning. But before we get to wind direction, let's look at our river readings brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. The Apalachicola at Brunstown this morning, 3.7, and it's steady. Been steady all week long. Take a look at the Choctawhatchee at at Caryville. It's 4.2 and dropping out some. And gotten up a little bit with that rain we've had. It's dropping out for the weekend. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We're looking at, again, neap tides today and tomorrow. You're going to be picking up first part of next week. It'll be some good tides. Neap tides right there. River readings, like I said, brought to us by the good folks at Panama City Coca-Cola. Let's go ahead and take a look at the fishing game times in this segment right here, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at a time 4:36 to 6:36 this morning, and later on 4:55 to 6:55. And like I said, northwest wind now at about 5 to 10 is going to swing around after this afternoon, coming out of southwest at 10 to 15. So that's interesting now. If you're in a sailboat now, make sure you're going the right way because you might get trapped. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back and welcome our guest on this Friday morning, a solid fisherman, good guy here, Captain B.J. Burkett. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you. And local guy here to tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Born and raised here in Panama City. I've been in the fishing business my whole life. It's just a way of life for me. I've been in the charter industry now 20 years, and got 3 boats out of Captain Anderson's Marina.
Okay, what's the name of your fleets? And all?
I have 3 boats. The business name is Hook 'em Up Charters, and we have the Hooked Up 2, and the Game Changer.
Now that's some good names right there. Hook 'em Up, Hooked Up. I like that. What got you started in fishing, growing up and all?
Just was mainly family. I've been brought up in it. My dad has fished his whole life, and been on the back deck of a shrimp boat, and did some crabbing, run some crab traps when I was in high school, mullet fishing, floundering, and all that, and just learned to love it.
Yeah, it's just part of your lifestyle. I mean, you get hooked on that, and you were fortunate you've been able to make a living off of it. And
yes,
something
sir.
you love to do.
I've been very fortunate.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you're out there at Captain Anderson's, and just the marina out there, and I love walking out there and just seeing everybody, Mark Kelly, John Law, and all the Anderson boats and all.
Right.
That's got a lot of history there.
There's a lot of history, and we're glad to have that marina, and it's really kind of a family. The whole marina, we all get along really good, and just glad to have the relationship with everybody there.
And this summer has been some pretty good fishing. I've been catching some nice snapper.
We can't complain about the fishing. There's been a lot of red snapper, other types of snapper, king mackerel, sharks. I mean, just about everything. That's the good thing about our area. We have some great fishing year round.
Yeah. Talking about a family atmosphere. I was out there maybe a month or so ago. Y'all had that cookout for everybody.
Right, big crawfish bowl.
Yeah, it was you could feel the family atmosphere. Everybody talking and eating, and middle marine folks and captains and all kinds. That was cool. And
yes, sir.
That's a good camaraderie there. And I always get tickled when we're talking about Grand Lagoon, how they actually had to, when they first started to get the boats there, they had to make the channel deep enough to get the boats. Way back in the day, it's pretty heavy traffic there now, isn't it?
There's a lot of boats, a lot of tour boats, pontoon boats, and fishing boats. It's just a lot of traffic.
And what amazed me, they still catch fish off Deepwater Point, though.
Absolutely.
They still,
yes, sir.
I'll go by there sometime and see them reeling it in. That's good. Well, okay, y'all do, tell us about this tournament y'all sort of do. This is cool.
All right, we are, so this is the third year we are doing the Panama City Beach Fishing Rodeo. It's the first 2 years we had great success of it, and we did skip 1 year. Just one person was kind of in charge of it, and it was just a lot. And so 1 year we skipped out, but we're getting it back going. We have a board running the whole rodeo now, and it's really an event for everyone. The locals, the tourists. It's kind of the same concept as the Destin Fishing Rodeo. We're hoping to grow to that size one day. We have it's going to be a 10-day tournament this year, and in future years we're planning on extending it to hopefully a month long. Yeah. But it's going to start October 5th, and it's going to go through October 30th or October 13th. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And we've got a bunch of different categories, a bunch of divisions. We have a charter boat division. We have 2 different recreational divisions. We also have some land-based divisions. And,
wow.
Lots of species to enter. We have lots of prizes. We're real excited to get it off and going this year with the board members we got. We got some great sponsors. Bill Kramer Chevrolet is our lead sponsor on it. Plus all the tackle shops. There's several great sponsors.
Yeah. And
just trying to get it to get the families out fishing. It's definitely very kid oriented. Any kid that weighs a fish in gets a free fishing pole, and it's just
wow,
just a good event for the whole.
Wow, folks, this is exciting. This is great. We're going to cover it. We're going to talk about it a lot in the months leading up to it. And I'm so excited they came on. They're going to come on once a month now between now and then and talk about it. But our history and heritage of fishing here in Panama City. Way back in the early 1900s, they were having a fishing rodeo. We were the first ones ever to do it in the Panhandle. Was right here in Panama City, and then it's come and gone and all. So I'm so glad y'all brought it back. This is a strong part of our heritage. So we're going to talk more about it. We have some great pictures here. So let's take a break. We'll be right back with Captain B.J. Burkett. Okay, welcome back. We're having a good time today. We're talking about big stuff coming up. This fishing tournament we're going to be having. What do y'all call it?
It's the Panama City Beach Fishing Rodeo.
The Fishing Rodeo. Now, what's going on? We're talking about the heritage of it. I just took a picture out of my book. We've talked about it before. This is part of our heritage, and I'm going to see if I can show this picture here. We may can get it, Jeff. I think we got it right here, because I get excited. We talk about the history and all. So, all right. Right here. This is right here, page 182 of your book. This is the Fishing Boats and Guides. Okay, 1938, BJ. Wow. That was before our time, but these are legendary captains here. And then on the right is where everybody's from. And this is an extension. This is keeping it going and all. But so many Birmingham people. I look at this, get that Birmingham, and there's the Panama City. Look up, if you have the book, look this up today, and then on the next page, it shows Bear Bryant, but he's standing upside down now. But anyway, he fished in that carnival. So I don't know if we'll get Coach Saban to come down to fishing or not. But anyway, getting back to, you have some great pictures from last year. We all keep the scoreboard out there.
Oh, yes, sir.
And that's what's cool. So let's go back and see what we have on it. Right here, here we go. So tell us how you do this.
So there's several categories for each division. There's normally about 10 categories from snapper, grouper, whatever's in season is the main species we put on the board. The different divisions, you're only competing against your division for the daily prizes, and then we do have an overall prize, and the prizes can range from anywhere from a gift card of $25 all the way up to, if you win the overall, it's $2,500.
Wow, that's cool. How much is that fish right here? How much is that worth? You remember?
I want to say if that was the leading amberjack, which I don't think it is, but the leading amberjack, I want to say was 95 pounds last year. That one there looks like a good solid fish, probably somewhere around 50. But
Whoa.
we had some really nice fish come in last year.
Okay, and then you keep up with, like I say, daily winners, and the categories you can see. You're talking about your inshore and even land-based. So, king mackerel, Spanish flounder, speckled trout, pompano. This is great. How? Look at the mahi there. Do you have a category for that?
Yes, sir. We are adding a blue water division this year. So,
Okay.
So we're going to try to get to have the larger boats get in with us and fish for your marlin, your sailfish, all those species. So we did add that division this year, and as we grow this thing, we are going to keep adding more divisions. We're going to have ladies division, kids division, and all that. But we're just trying to get it off the ground. The more participation, the better, and it's just going to be a great thing for the community all the way around.
And how do people enter it, or how?
It's all set up online.
Okay.
So just pcbeachfishingrodeo.com. It's the website. You can go through it and you can enter the division you want to fish, and it's very simple. And then if you have any questions, either me or one of our other board members will answer them for you.
Okay. And like I say, all the boats out there are going to participate, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, there's I want to say there's about 38 charter boats at Captain Anderson's. We'll all be participating in it, and just
that'd be some fun competition, won't it?
Absolutely.
We all bragging rights.
We all get a little bit competitive when it comes to something like this.
Well, we're certainly going to come out there and cover it some and get some of those weigh-ins and all. And they actually, where do they weigh them in?
All the weigh-in is at Captain Anderson's. There'll be a weighmaster on site there. I want to say we start at 10 a.m. every day until 7 p.m. that night.
So when I catch that 25-pound pompano, I can bring it in there.
You bring him right in there by boat, by vehicle, however you want to do it.
Well, that'll be a world record. We know that. But anyway, that's what I'm getting at. Just bring it in there and get weighed in after 10 o'clock. That's great, and that's what I love about it. We got some more pictures here. This is great. This is a great picture here. Tell us about this.
So that was the recreational division. The red snapper season was open last fall for the recreational. So we added the snapper division last minute when they opened the season for the recreational, and just some really nice snappers. Some of them look upwards of 20 pounds.
Wow, beautiful. Check this out. What about this one?
Big old triggerfish. If I remember right, it was about a 10 or 12 pound triggerfish was the leader last year.
And the kids, look at the kids.
Oh yeah, the kids. As I said earlier, the kids. It don't matter what kind of fish they enter. If they enter a fish and they get a free fishing pole. And,
I love that.
The way the tournament is set up at this time, so if your boat is covered, if you pay the entry fee for your boat, it covers anybody you take on your boat.
Okay.
Recreational or charter. Anybody that steps foot on your boat is automatically entered into the rodeo, and all they have to do is come weigh their fish in. And
so if somebody has a boat out there up in Panhandle, say Jerry Forehand over there, if he registers his boat, so when he goes, anybody with him?
Anybody that goes, yes sir.
Okay, good deal.
Yes sir. And then we are really trying to base the tournament around the kids. Like I said, we do have a whole day for stuff for the kids to do. We got a little kids fishing clinic around the dock, a lot of games. We're doing the big 50 wide reel pull off, getting a fighting chair and pull back and forth, cast net throwing. I mean, a lot of events trying to get the younger generation involved.
This is awesome. This is really great. Check out this. Tell us about this grouper here.
Oh yeah, it's a nice gag grouper and a real nice black snapper too.
Wow. And okay. Just all the different categories. Okay, so anyway, you look at the board, and I guess where's the board located out there?
The board is going to be set up right in the parking lot, right in front of the ticket office where you would buy a ticket for the head boat at Captain Anderson's. And that whole lower end of the parking lot will be blocked off, and we're going to have, bouncy houses for the kids. We're going to have at least entertainment on the weekends, like some live bands, and it may work out where we have entertainment every night.
That is cool. You know, we're talking about Destin. They have that huge rodeo, but they've been doing it a long time. Not as long as, not about 1938.
Right.
But we can do that same thing here because we really have more fishing boats, and when, especially all our recreational fishermen.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
it don't matter where they live. They can do it down in Gulf County. If they catch a fish down in St. Joe Bay, can they run it up here? Or we gonna just keep it to Bay County? Have you talked about that?
to be honest, we haven't talked about that lately. I'm not sure. There is a full set of rules on the website.
Okay.
I'm not 100% on if it's out of the county. I think it's okay as long as you leave from here. I'm just not 100% on that.
Y'all still in a formative stage.
We are. We have definitely changed some of the formats of it, and like I say, thankfully we have a board, and each member has their own roles to do, and it's coming. It's went way better than we anticipated at this point. So we're very excited for it.
Well, we got some good people working. We appreciate it as a fishing community. We appreciate y'all doing this, and I know the tourists that come down and fish. I know they're going to be tickled about it.
Absolutely, we already have several signing up for it.
Yeah, and it's a win-win for everybody. So we're going to stay posted on it, and you're going to come on next month. Can you get Mark Kelly to come on?
We'll try. I mean, he's ornery sometimes, but we'll try to get him on here and keep talking about it. And each member, like I say, has got different information because we're kind of in charge of different stuff.
Yeah, and just a good group of captains out there. I enjoy going and seeing them, and some great fishing. So we're going to take our final break. We're going to come back with our famous Friday fishing forecast right after this. So we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, and welcome to our famous Friday fishing forecast, brought to us by Jessica Ling Insurance and also Hammer Down Construction and Roofing up there in Lynn Haven. So two good folks there helping us every Friday to bring our famous Friday fishing forecast. And I've asked Captain Burkett to stay on with us because he knows a lot about fishing. But first, we have to draw for the names for the winning down at Tarpon Dock. So, Captain, we pick out one right here, and that's Ronald Matthews from Lynn Haven. That's a $20 gift certificate to Tarpon Dock Seafood. One more for Big Red Snapper. Big Red Snapper. And that's Robert Campbell from Panama City Beach for Big Red Snapper at Tarpon Dock Seafood. And we appreciate all the folks. I bought a lot of shrimp for July 4th, folks, and they were so good. They ate every one of them. I didn't get any leftovers. Everybody ate all my shrimp. But okay, let's talk about fishing quickly. The forecast. Let's talk about what's happened this summer offshore. How are y'all doing offshore fishing?
The offshore fishing's been good. The weather's got us a few days, but been lots of red snapper. The red grouper fishing was really good. It did just close the end of June, but a lot of sharks have been very plentiful, so we've been catching quite a few of them. Vermilion snapper, black snapper. The fishing's been good as a whole. It's just the weather's been getting us a little bit, but
you always, I know, we're always all the time. You're always bothered by dolphins eating the fish and sharks. But it seems recent, the last couple of summers, seems to be a lot of sharks. To me, the reports I get, have y'all seen a lot of sharks?
We're definitely seeing way more sharks than we did years ago. There's all different species. Some that are legal to keep, some are not, but there's a lot more sharks than there was years ago, and it's not good for the other species, in my opinion. They eat the other species, so they're just they're getting to where we see them on a daily basis, where they're eating their fish off and all that. So.
Well, okay, now if do you do any inshore fishing or freshwater fishing during off season, or you get burned out?
Just a little bit. I've got twin little boys, 6 years old, that love to brim fish and redfish in the bay and sheephead. Sheephead's probably one of their favorites.
Yeah.
And
well, you got a place. You got a fish camp up there in Lands.
At Lands Landing there in Weewall, we sure do.
So you catch a few brim out of there, don't you?
Brim and catfish and frogging. They like to go frog gigging. So.
Oh, great! That's great. Okay, sheephead. Let's talk real quick about sheephead. What's your favorite way to catch sheephead?
Favorite way to catch sheephead? The most productive way I've seen around in this area would be your fluorocarbon, say maybe a 20-pound leader with a small hook, live shrimp, and I can either use a jig head or use just a Carolina rig.
That's good. Now, do y'all go fishing bridges or getting boats, or are y'all?
We fish a lot around the jetties for them.
Yeah.
I have fished around the DuPont Bridge some, and I've also fished in Apalachicola a little bit for them.
Yeah, well, that's great. And freshwater, you go down the creek and.
Yeah, we fish the Chipola River quite a bit. We put some bush hooks out,
Yeah.
some trout lines,
Good deal.
and catch a lot of cats.
Let's talk real quick. Before the show, we mentioned that shark, the big bull shark that was caught in the Apalachicola River. I was under the impression it was caught on the lower end, but tell me where that big bull shark was caught.
From what I've heard, it was caught about 20 to 25 miles up the Apalachicola River.
Up the river, up around Kennedy Creek area?
Yep, that's what I've heard.
That's shocking that one that big to go up that far.
Yes, sir.
And I know people now are biting the bush hooks off, and I'm hearing all kinds of stories about the sharks up there.
Yeah, I've heard that in the Howard Creek area, it's hard to brim fish in certain areas because of them.
Yeah, that's scary. So now, get back to the tournament. Are you going to have a shark category in the tournament?
There is going to be a shark category in the
Good.
tournament this year, and we're glad to see that, and hope it helps the population just a little bit.
Yeah, that'll be great. As far as the fishing forecast, though, we know the river's in great shape. Both the rivers are in great shape. The feeder creeks, the freshwater fishing is going to be good. The bass fishing is good. We're getting some flounder being gigged. I've heard some good reports of flounder being gigged. Also, the jet has always been good this time of year, haven't they?
Yes, sir.
The jetty fishing been good. State park fishing is good. The pier fishing. How's the king mackerel been?
King mackerel as a whole this year, it's been a little slower than a couple years
That's
ago. Last year was really slow, but we are seeing more kings this year, so I'm glad to see that because it kind of worried us last year.
Yeah,
But,
that's interesting.
Just a few days ago, a boat went out and had a real nice catch for a half day.
That's
there,
good
so.
to hear. That's good to hear because it has been slow. I think some nice wahoo has been caught.
We've caught a lot of wahoo this year. We always do a little tournament at the marina. All the captains put in
Yeah.
$100 and
I love
winner
it.
take all. So
I love it.
there's been several wahoo a day caught.
What's in first place?
First place is actually Mark Kelly.
Lordy.
It's 70 pounds.
We
right?
got to get out of here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'll come back on soon. Good luck to you.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate y'all watching the show, folks. Do something good for someone else today. Enjoy the outdoors. Take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.